Instagram says Bali is paradise. Reddit says the Philippines is underrated. They can't both be right. So today, we're settling this once and for all. Bali and the Philippines are probably the two most romanticized expat destinations in Southeast Asia. One sells you yoga retreats, rice terraces, and beach clubs. The other sells you English-speaking friendliness, island hopping, and small-town charm. Both show up on every best places to retire list. But they are genuinely different experiences, different costs, different visas, different risks, and different daily lives. Today, we're comparing Indonesia's Bali against the Philippines across cost of living, visas, healthcare, safety, and lifestyle, so you know which one is actually the real paradise for you. Cost of living. Bali. Round 1. And this is where the fantasy dies. Cost of living. Let's start with Bali because the numbers will make your jaw drop. In 2019, you could rent a decent villa in Canggu for $500 a month. In 2026, that same villa is $1,800 to $2,500. A studio apartment in Seminyak, $1,200 to $1,800. And I'm not talking luxury, I'm talking basic, pool access, Instagrammable, but functionally mediocre. Let's break down real Bali costs in 2026. A one-bedroom apartment in Canggu or Ubud, the digital nomad hubs, is $1,200 to $2,000 a month. Utilities, $150 to $250. Electricity is expensive and you need AC. Internet, $50 to $80 for fiber that drops during rain. Co-working space, $150 to $300 a month. Transport, a scooter rental is $50 to $80 a month, but the traffic in South Bali is so bad that a 5-kilometer ride takes 45 minutes. Grab bikes, $2 to $5 per trip. Cars, don't even try during rush hour. And the pollution? In Canggu and Seminyak, the air quality during dry season rivals Jakarta's. Now the Philippines, and I need you to understand I'm not cherry-picking the cheapest provincial town. I'm talking about established expat destinations with real infrastructure. Dumaguete, the city of gentle people, home to thousands of expats. A modern 2-bedroom apartment, $350 to $550. Utilities, $80 to $150. Internet, $30 to $50 for fiber. Food, a meal at a decent restaurant, $4 to $8. Street food, $1 to $2. A feast at a beachfront seafood place, $15 for 2 people. Cebu City, the Philippines' second city with international flights, malls, and hospitals. A 1-bedroom condo in IT Park, $500 to $800. A house in a subdivision, $600 to $1,000. The cost of living is 40 to 60% lower than Bali's comparable areas. Round 1. Philippines by a modest but real margin, especially outside Bali's most popular, most Instagrammed neighborhoods. Visas and residency. Here's where things get genuinely interesting. Indonesia actually offers more visa pathways overall, around 14 different visa programs, with a faster average processing time of roughly 49 days. For retirees specifically, Bali's retirement kitas requires you to be 55 or older, with proof of either $3,000 in monthly income or a $50,000 bank deposit, plus mandatory health insurance. After 5 consecutive years of renewals, you become eligible for Kitap, permanent residency valid for 5 years at a time. The Philippines offers fewer total visa programs, around 8, with a slightly longer average processing time of about 63 days. But for retirees specifically, the SRRV remains one of Asia's most straightforward retirement-specific visas, and on pure visa friendliness scoring, the Philippines edges out Indonesia overall. One more thing worth flagging. Foreigners cannot own land in Indonesia. Property must be structured through leaseholds or corporate entities. In the Philippines, foreigners can own a condominium unit outright, which is a meaningful difference if property ownership is part of your retirement plan. Round 2, a split decision. Indonesia for overall visa variety and speed, Philippines for retiree-specific simplicity and property ownership.
Healthcare. Bali has invested heavily in expat-grade healthcare. BIM Siloam Hospital operates across Kuta, Nusa Dua, and Ubud, accredited internationally, and Sanur recently got its own new international hospital, cutting down the need for travel for specialist care. International health insurance for retirees typically runs $800 to $2,500 a year. The Philippines has a visible and growing private healthcare sector, particularly in Metro Manila and Cebu, but on broader healthcare index scoring, Energy currently edges ahead, reflecting more consistent access and infrastructure outside the capital regions. Round 3 winner, Indonesia, Bali, particularly if you're settling near one of its major international standard hospitals. Language and culture. Because you can live cheaply anywhere, but you can only live happily where you understand and are understood. To actually live in Bali, not vacation, not nomad for 3 months, but live, you need Indonesian, not just terima kasih and berapa harga. You need functional bahasa to deal with bureaucracy, negotiate leases, handle disputes, and build genuine relationships. And Balinese culture is beautiful. The ceremonies, the offerings, the temple architecture, genuinely magical. But it's also insular. Balinese identity is deeply tied to Hindu religion and caste systems. As a foreigner, you're welcome to observe. You're not welcome to participate. The cultural wall is real and it's permanent. The Philippines uses English as an official language, used in government, law, education, business, and daily life. Filipino culture is genuinely welcoming to foreigners. The concept of pakisama, smooth interpersonal relationships, means locals go there out of their way to make you comfortable. The fiestas, you're invited. The family gatherings, you're included. The neighborhood karaoke, you're handed the microphone. The cultural differences, sure, they exist. Filipino time, the indirect communication style, the importance of family over individualism. The Philippines wins by the widest margin yet. Safety. Bali is safe by Indonesian standards, but Indonesian standards are not Western standards. Petty theft is rampant in tourist areas. Scooter theft, phone snatching, bag slashing, daily occurrences in Canggu and Seminyak. The police, underpaid, under-resourced, and often more interested in shaking down tourists than protecting them. Report a theft, expect to pay administrative fees for the paperwork. The Bali belly, food poisoning from contaminated water or poorly handled food, affects 30 to 40% of tourists. For long-term residents, your odds of getting sick at least once a year are high. Dengue fever, endemic. Bali has one of the highest dengue rates in Indonesia. The Philippines has a reputation problem. When people hear Philippines, they think dangerous. But here's the reality. The danger is concentrated, not universal. Mindanao, yes, parts are unstable. Sulu and Basilan, travel advisories apply. But Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, Dumaguete, Baguio, Tagaytay, these are as safe as any Southeast Asian city. Violent crime against foreigners is rare. Petty theft exists, like everywhere, but it's not Bali-level rampant. Davao is consistently ranked one of the safest cities in Southeast Asia, thanks to strict local governance. Cebu City's tourist areas are heavily policed. Dumaguete's small-town vibe means everyone knows everyone. Crime doesn't go unnoticed. Iloilo is famous for being the most livable city, with low crime rates. Natural disasters? The Philippines get typhoons, 20 plus a year, but they're predictable. You know they're coming. You prepare, you evacuate if needed. Bali's volcanic eruptions? Zero warning. One day everything is fine, the next day you're fleeing ash clouds. The Philippines wins on genuine safety and cultural welcome. Bali's safety is deteriorating alongside its affordability, and the local attitude is shifting from welcoming to resentful. The Philippines offers honest safety in most expat areas without the growing hostility.